like a good deal. Hail. I'll do you proud. A new realm of power. What's new? I'll post it right away.
How's it going?
Hey man, it's going alright, I guess. Kind of a slow day today. Haven't really found much.
Have a water?
How about you, man?
I'll post it right away.
Not too much, just got out of work.
Nice. Are you heading home to play the game or you going home to relax?
In home now, just chillin' and watching you at moment, debating if I want to start Poe or just chill.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I've been kind of like rage quitting this game all day. I want to play something else, but then I start trying to play something else and I want to play this. Or like in between loading screens, I'll go to TikTok and there'll be a TikTok of somebody finding something cool on here and it makes me come back. And I don't know, man. I don't understand this game anymore with its whole rarity thing and all that.
Think new patch with Endgame will make it better?
Um, I don't know. I think they're about to ruin maps, to be honest. Like after I've given some thought about it because of the different scenarios, I'm trying to work out in my head on what's gonna happen. So I've heard a lot of talk saying that they're getting rid of towers in the mapping, and they're gonna make it so that you put your precursor tablets in each individual node that you go to do. So I have a few problems and a few concerns with it. One, like when they go and get rid of all these towers, is that gonna take all my modifiers off of all the maps that I've spent like hours and like tons of currency trying to develop? Because like the only reason that those maps have those modifiers is because they're in range of the tower. And if they get rid of the towers, then you're potentially getting rid of all the modifiers, right? So like my neighborhoods that have like 80% rarity items found and 80% increase experience and all that, like is that all gonna disappear just because they want to change the way we use tablets? Another thing, does that mean that they're changing the percentages of the buffs on the tablets themselves? Because I mean, it doesn't really seem fair right now, as of the moment, I could get 3 or 4 towers and put 3 tablets with 7% increased quantity items. And I can get up to 21 to 28% increased quantity items per tower. No, 20. I can get up to 21% increased quantity of items per tower. So if I got 3 towers, there'd be 63% increased quantity of items. Okay. If there's gonna be no more towers and I can only put 3 tablets into a map, does that mean I'm only gonna be able to get a maximum of 21% increased quantity of items found on all my maps I play? Well, then if that's the case, I think I would rather keep my towers. No. And then another thing, all the tablets that I have in my inventory, if they're going to be going and changing uh, the maximum limit on the percentages of the buffs that the tablets give you, and what I'm thinking is they're going to make it like it was before, like a tablet can have up to 20% increase quantity or 20% increase rarity. I think that's coming. Okay. But does that make all the tablets I have in my inventory useless because they're all half of the amount that I can get a buff for? You know what I mean? Some of those tablets, some of the towers, I've spent like annulments and divines going and getting tablets to put into it, and then now they're going to take it away. So it just doesn't really make sense. I'm trying to wrap my head around a logical solution as to what's going to happen when they get rid of these towers. The fuck is this?
That's true. Does screw over people that invested in so much already.
Yeah, like, is it going to, right? It, because there's only so many ways they can go about it with this whole taking away the towers thing. I mean, I understand that they think it's a cool idea because in the video description they're like now you can put up to 3 tablets into one map, and each tablet will have 10 lives on it. So like you'll be able to run the same tablet on 10 different maps, and then once the lives are gone on the tablet will like destroy itself. It'll disappear. So like I'm confused because like does that mean that, like they have to be raising the numbers on the tablets then? It's the only logical thing they can do. They can't go and leave only 30% increase rarity items, like because that's the max you can get now. If they get rid of the towers and you can only put 3 tablets in, with the current numbers on the current tablets, you can only get 30% increase rarity items found on each map. So either they're gonna have to raise the percentages of the buffs on the tablets itself, or they're gonna have to raise the effectiveness of what rarity items does. And honestly, I'm what I was gonna say before this whole conversation was I'm getting confused about rarity items because okay, I ran a map with what I have on now. Alright, the only thing that has rarity on it, I think, is my amulet. And one of the rings? No. 14% increased rarity items found, bro. 14%. I'll run a map with no rarity. Like, I just ran this whole map. And what's the best thing I found? A stellar amulet. Okay? It's a tier 16 map, and I have 138% increased rarity of items found in the area, 4% increased quantity of items found in the area, and I didn't even find a greater exalt or a greater regal orb, nothing. No chaos orb, nothing. I'll run a map with no rarity, and I'll find a divine orb. I'll find a perfect exalted orb, shit like that, and it doesn't make sense. So then I was like, okay, maybe I need to buff the rarity on my gear. So I had 5 rabbit talismans in my body armor. I got a belt that's in my stash that has 2 rabbit talismans in it, and it's a body armor one. So I had all rarity in my body armor, but rarity in my belt. I had the gloves that grant increase rarity, but you lose a percentage of health on kill. I had the fucking gold avarice ring in my ring that gave me 70% plus rarity items found. And I still didn't get fucking like one. I had 1 divine orb drop out of like 10 full packed rarity maps. And then I just like probably 15 minutes before I started streaming, I was running a map with no rarity on it and a divine orb drop. So I'm mega confused on how rarity's working this season because it doesn't seem to be working. Hulamek, for example, the fucking Well of Souls guy. I did that same whole rarity set and I killed him probably 40 times and he didn't drop a timeless. And then I wanted to come back to mapping, so I swapped all my shit back to my resistances and my regular shit, like no rarity. I did a couple maps, I got bored, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go back to Kumalek. I went back to Kumalek with no rarity on my shit. He fucking drops a timeless jewel on a divine orb. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that? Like, is it flipped? Like, is it the smaller the amount of rarity I have, the better the stuff drops, or because I'm super confused.
Ancient power.
Just don't get how I watch some YouTubers and they're just drilling in divines and here I am grinding and maybe end up with 2 if I'm lucky for that.
Yeah, I know that's exactly how I'm feeling. Like, that's what's my problem this past couple days is I keep seeing all these people on TikTok finding all this cool shit. I'm sitting here grinding for hours just to get like 1 or 2 divine, and then there's just people that are just getting drop after drop after drop. Shit like the Sakamas, the trial of Sakamas. You know how many videos on TikTok people go in there and they open up 3 Arcanist crates and all 3 Arcanist crates drop a divine orb, and then I go in there and there's like 1 Arcanist crate and it just drops greater transmutation shards. Like, fucking horse shit.
What about change to Alcord? Think that's going to be good or no?
What are they changing about alchemy orbs? I honestly think that alchemy orbs should be worth more than they are. Because if you think about it, an alchemy orb is actually an orb of augmentation, an orb of transmutation, a regal orb, and 2 exalted orbs put into one. So how is it that you can get like...
You can now use them on blue items.
You can now use them on blue items. Okay. That'd be a little different, but not really at the same time. You're still taking the gamble because you're just getting... Like, maybe if they had the same form of alchemy orb as they do every other orb, like if there was a greater alchemy orb and a perfect alchemy orb, I think that would help it. Because when you do an alchemy orb, you're just getting 4 random things. So like, in reality, like you could get one thing that's only applying a regular exalted type modifier, and then you could be getting another one that applies a greater type exalted. It's like more of a gamble when you do the alchemy orb. The only time I use them is for when I have normal maps. Or if I'm making a new character and I'm like in the campaign, then I'll use alchemy orbs so I don't have to use as many exalts and shit. But even then, I think I'm at the point in the game where I wouldn't really need to use ground loot if I make a new character. I have enough uniques. I kind of wish they would make uniques great again. More of because back in the bit when Path of Exile 2 first came out, they had all these uniques. They were all garbage, and everybody hated them. And then they were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna make some big changes to the uniques. We're gonna make everybody love uniques again." And that was the case. They changed the uniques. They made them all pretty great. Like they added some really good stuff. And then they just started nerfing shit, which didn't make sense. You know, like Zest, the Breach Lord, his amulet was the Greater Lightning Bolt, which was fucking amazing. Before the buff, it was just a regular lightning bolt, and then after the buff, it became the greater lightning bolt, and then Dawn of the Hunt came, and they put it back to the regular lightning bolt because they didn't like people using it apparently, which I think is kind of bullshit. They should have just left it as the greater lightning bolt. It was way better. Now barely anybody uses that amulet. If it was, excuse me, if it was the greater lightning bolt, I would be using it right now over my amulet that has the plus projectile skills. In the first season, I was using Blood Mage, and I was using Spark Blood Mage. So pretty much the same setup that I'm using now, just with Spark was my main thing. I only use Spark in boss fights and everything. And I used that amulet. The damage per second on that amulet was like 250,000 or something. And the thing could cast like every half a second, I think it was. And like I was trying really hard.
White stellar amulets are worth nothing. They used to be like 30x just for base.
They used to be crazy for the base. I know. And now even the Astramentis, it's not even worth that much. This season is definitely really weird with what's expensive and what's not. But I think the reason that is because of the exceptional shit. Like now, honestly, now that I know that I can get a wand that already has 2 slots on it, like I don't even want to bother buying a regular wand with only 1 slot on it. I don't even want to bother trying to sit there and craft a wand that's only going to have 1 slot on it. And if I corrupt it, I can maybe get 2, right? Like I want to just start from 2 because I know I'll have a chance to get 3. So that's what's making everything not so expensive. And then same with, so the Stellar Astamentus is like amazing for getting attributes and stuff. But when you have stuff like being able to sanctify items now and put +4 levels of projectile skills and shit like that, like the Astamentus is becoming less useful. Same with all the other unique amulets. Like I barely see anybody using unique amulets. And if they are, it's like something weird. It'll be the solar amulet or something. Where is it? This one right here, Choir of the Storm. I was gonna use it, and I tried it out, and it's not really that great. So the DPS right now from it is only 17,000. If I go to my passive number 2, it goes to 42,000. But that's with no mana regen or anything. Like, I would have no regen while that thing is fucking launching. It's every half a second. Or with my natural cooldowns, it's every 0.38 seconds. But even then, like, if I do that, then I lose a decent amount of damage. And protection, to be honest. Because I got the chaos resistance on there. It's got me questioning it, though. Like, my spark drops 10 grand if I use that amulet. And that's not even, I don't even think I have 50% critical. I only got 37. When I had the Blood Mage, my spark had 90% critical hit chance. So it was like every hit was doing the lightning bolt thing. I was melting bosses in the first season with that. I miss it. I really wish they would put it back to grade A.
Have an order?
Actually, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna go back. We'll try it. Worst case scenario, I just put my other amulet back on in there. Let's go see how this works. Of course, I get slotted right away when I'm trying to see how a new improvement works. One lightning bolt. I only have 75% increased lightning resistance, but you know, one lightning bolt. One lightning bolt takes me right out. My whole health bar. Everything. This guy's got proximal tangibility. Of course he does. Where's my living lightning? I've also been debating using the focus for both, but if I take this away, I lose 120 spirit, which I'll have to get rid of something, which I was thinking my cast on ailment, but it sucks because then I lose my auto flame wall. I was thinking of trying it because I get way more damage if I use the focus with my spark. I mean, the amulet's not working. It's not the greatest, but it's not like the worst. Like I see the lightning coming down. I just don't know about the whole critical hits ignore enemy elemental resistances because I have the Rakiatis flow or whatever it's called in my spark. So it's already inverting the resistances. So if I ignore the resistances, it's not inverting it, is it? Oh, what's that? Divine, what? Finally, let's go. We got the dough. Let's just see how well this works on a boss, though. wish it was the greater, man. I really wish. It was so amazing using it the first season. Sucks, I gotta take a break and clean a little bit later because the property management's coming to do some stupid semi-annual inspection tomorrow because they're fucking retarded. We gotta come look at the apartment. We just came and looked at it a couple months ago. We need to look again. So I don't know how I feel about the amulet. I wish it had more damage. It just says 69 because I have it with the focus. I just wish I didn't depend so much on the scepter for my fire. Without it, I'm at 52. With it, I'm way over 52, but the game's glitched up. I forgot about that. I'll lose the mana regen shit too. I'm still at minus 30. Yeah, but that only has 120 spirit. Huh? I'm confused now. I have 135 spirit. So if I take this off, I should have. Uh, how did I have them all activated? You telling me something wasn't activated that whole time? Now I'm really confused. This didn't have spirit on it. have no idea what I just died from there, but okay. Again, resistances are all full, and I have over 2,000 hit points. But one hit, I don't even get a warning or anything either. Just one hit, I'm dead. That's another thing that's pissing me off too. Is there's all these people, I'm starting to understand why all those people are using that broken Blood Mage build that has 20,000 HP regen, because it's the only way you can play the game and survive and actually get the experience to level up. Like, I've been sitting here all day, every day, for the past 2 weeks, stuck on level 93 because I just randomly get hit and die from one hit. My lightning conduit can do up to 4.9 million damage, and I still can't one-hit certain. Yeah, there's a Blood Mage broken build that has like 20,000 HP regen a second. But like it makes sense now why they're doing it, because fuck, like I've put all this effort in to make sure my resistances are all 75, and then here I die from one hit. It's driving me nuts. And it's stupid because, like, if I swap stuff out to get more defenses, then I lose out on damage, and I can't kill anything. So it's either shoot peas and survive the hits, or deal damage and don't survive the hits.
That's why I will never play hardcore, just not possible for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Thanks for the check.
I don't know how some people can do it. My main, and especially with this update, holy fuck, man, like the Abyssal things, they spawn those little green globs on the ground that explode when you go near them. One glob kills me. So if I'm not fucking on point, eyeballs fucking peeled, don't blink, because you'll miss it, then there goes my character if I was in hardcore. One orb, over 2,500 damage. Like, that's stupid.
Glob kills me, or the one that shoots the green laser beam melts me sometimes too.
The green laser beam, if I get caught by it, yeah, I'll get stuck and most likely killed from it. But because I stick with so much, like, reduced movement speed penalty and speed unaffected by slows, like, I'm able to keep moving while I'm attacking, so I'm always moving side to side when I start shooting those things out of the abyss. That way, if they do shoot the laser, then it's already behind me while I'm walking. So it's a good tip for those abyssal things, is just always keep moving side to side. That way, when the green thing hits, it's behind you, and you can keep going the other way. My other boots have more reduced movement speed penalty. But I can only wear those boots if there's no chilled ground or temporal change. This belt also helps. See, this is with the unique boots. And then if I put these ones on, it's a little better. Like I can just keep casting and moving. This is holding the button down. I'm not really slowed down that much. I really like these unique boots though because they definitely save a lot of hassle. Like the maps with the temporal change and the chilled ground and a lot of the enemies that when they hit you, you slow down. You lose like half your movement speed. Especially the beryllium infused monsters. And that green beam that you were talking about, those guys, that green beam slows you down as well. So that's why a lot of people get caught in it. And that's why I've been getting decently lucky because the second it hits you, it slows you down. It makes it hard to get out of it. But with these boots, I can't get slowed down. So I just keep running and hope for the best. And then I was trying for the life of me the other day to be able to do um, my trick with turning my energy shield to mana and then making my mana my energy shield. But I just could not, for the life of me, get enough mana regen. I think what made it so much easier as a blood mage was because I was using my life, like part of my mana cost was my life cost. There's some weird shit. I do know, however, so the Chaos Trials, buddy, at the end of the Chaos Trials, he can drop a shield that increases the effect of socketed items by 100%. Now it's only, or I think it's only 100%. But before, it used to go up to 666%. So I had a shield that had 600 and something percent on it, and then I put the maximum mana soul cores in it, and it made my mana go from like 2 grand to 5 grand, and it was amazing. But then now you can't stick those soul cores in that shield, and that shield
Oh, it's you.
only has like a really small boost to socketed soul cores, which is stupid again because like why do they keep fucking changing shit? Another example of them changing shit is this belt. I noticed this the other day. Huh? Is it this one? Maybe it's this one. This belt has different stats than the one that's dropping now. I thought it was this one. I could have sworn I already had one in here. Um, And I was just shocked that they're already changing stats on something like a stupid belt like this. Like, why? What's this feels like Call of Duty. You're fucking nerfing and buffing shit. And every 2 weeks there's a new YouTube video on the new meta build. Like, is this Path of Exile or is this fucking Call of Duty? You actually still need the idol to get in there? Oh, that's craziness. And then also, on the first week, you could use that irradiates maps. Completing irradiated maps removes irradiation instead of completing the map, and then you can complete the map again. So, where is it? It goes here. Yes, it was. So you see how these say Molten Vault? These two? These were Vaults of Kamasa. Is this not the neighborhood? Completing irradiated maps. I gotta start putting more checkpoints. Anyways, there was an area. I have no idea where it is now. Maybe it's right here. I was able to irradiate the Vaults of Kamasa. They irradiated, and they took on the completing irradiated maps only removes irradiation. And I was able to complete each Vault of Kamasa over and over again because of the tower setup. What I'm getting at though, so now, um, I was like, okay, you're gonna radiate those, and then I find another set of like 3 of them, and I tried to do it, and it wouldn't irradiate them. I'm like, really? So what? That wasn't supposed to be in the game, and then they went and fixed it a couple weeks later, and it was like the first week, every single tower like that had like 5 or 6 Kamasas all hanging around it. And then now it's like you can only find 1 or 2. Also, what's with monsters spawning up here by this precursor thing? Is that like GGG's way of joking around saying, hi, you thought you were safe to run up and activate the precursor thing and then get smoked by a whole mob of monsters? Or the Abyss being in the boss fights, that's driving me nuts too. Because I changed my gear right before I walk into the boss fight. So I don't even see all the shit sitting there, change all my gear, walk in, and then there's mobs of enemies and I'm screwed. Well, not screwed, but it still sucks. Like, not one blue crate marker?
Are abyssal depths worth jumping into? Everyone says yes, but I haven't found anything in the past 5 I jumped into.
It kind of varies. I mean, every now and then I do find like an omen of light or something in there, but majority of time that I go in there, I don't find anything. I'd say it's like it's a hit or miss. It's just like doing a ritual. Like, is it worth it doing rituals sometimes when it doesn't offer you shit? Same with even, I don't know, going to fight the King of the Mist. I mean, 3/4 of the time you just drop something stupid. Drops those Valor boots or like all the omens. Like, and it's crazy that the only omens that are really worth anything are the annulment ones. Nothing else is really worth picking up. I don't know, man. The whole market's fucking crazy this season. Seeing how, like, last season too, like something like the Rabbit Talisman. The Rabbit Talisman was like 10 divine or more last season, and then now it's only like 25 exalted. That makes sense. They ruined, well, they didn't ruin, but they ruined the market for all those essences pretty much too. I don't even think that there's an essence that's worth over 100 exalted. Unless you're talking about like those rarity ones, like the essence of horror and this insanity, like those corrupted ones, those are worth a lot, but even then, not even that much. Like the one that adds a notable skill to the body armor, man, that one used to be the most expensive one. Now it's like you can get it for like 15 exalted. I've been trying to mix match some gear with the body armor, trying to get one with spirit and a decent notable on it because I want to use a different armor, but the one I'm using gives me a lot of resistance, so it gives me like more flexibility with doing other stuff with my gear rather than worrying about resistances on a ring or whatnot, you know? And again, one lightning fucking thing killed me. I mean, this is stupid. So I got the flaming floor taking away my energy shield, nothing regenerating my energy shield because, there's flaming floor. They took away Grim Feast so you don't get to fucking regenerate your energy shield like mana remnants. I'm actually kind of pissed off that they took away the Grim Feast because the Grim Feast was actually really OP. It would have been perfect for my character and mapping. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? My favorite part about the Abyss is how, like, my projectiles can't go over the hole to kill the monster on the other side. The one time I was playing the map Val City and it had one of those abyss things and the hole, there was a tree right beside the hole and the hole took up the whole area and I couldn't get past the hole to kill the rare thing that spawned out of it. I was like, you're kidding, right? Buddy was literally sitting in cover, like invincible. I could not get over there.
This has a history of its own.
Good night. Thanks again for replies. I appreciate you and your content.
Yeah, man, have a good sleep. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it too.
Oh, it's you. I'll fill that in as soon as I can. What's new? Let's see if there are any takers. I help? Well, we could, but don't worry. Seems like a good deal. I'm sure someone will want that. Hmm? I'll do what I can to sell it for you.